Super Bowl Sunday is just a couple days away. For many St. Louisans like me, it pains us to see Stan Kroenke's Los Angeles Rams in the Super Bowl. But I know, there are many people in St. Louis still cheering on the Rams, including one that actually goes to all of the games.
And I get some grief about it, but there are Rams fans here in St. Louis.
St. Louis native Dodi Rallman is still a Rams fan and not afraid to admit it. But he's more than just a fan. He's a longtime employee of the Rams organization.
Chief engineer job opened up. That was 13 seasons ago, and I'm still there.
After the Rams announced they were leaving St. Louis, they called Dodi and asked if he'd continue to work on the radio broadcast. He said yes, and this pile of press passes shows his travels over the last few years.
I commute usually about 5 hours just to get to where I'm going, because I travel wherever the team happens to be playing.
Stan Kroenke has been deemed enemy number one for many St. Louisans. So was it a hard decision for Dodi to continue working for the LA Rams?
Best word is confusion. What do I do?
Yeah.
Do I stay loyal to my hometown fan? Am I turning my back on him? I really struggled with that, but I don't feel I am.
So when the Rams hit the field in Atlanta for Super Bowl 53, at least one St. Louisan will be saying,
"Go Rams."
Dodi, he's a good guy. So he works for ESPN 101 Radio here in St. Louis. Of course, he is in Atlanta this weekend for the Super Bowl.
So I think the question probably a lot of people have, that's what first question I had when you told me about this story is, do the Rams pay for him to do all this travel?
So they pay for his hotel when he's out in LA or wherever they're playing, but he actually has to pay for his own flight since he decides to live here in St. Louis and commute. So he's got to pay for the flights. Talk about dedication, right?
Dedication, yeah.
All right, the Super Bowl is what people will be talking about this weekend. And earlier this week, I conducted a very, very scientific poll on Twitter. Not really. Asking people what they plan to watch on Sunday. So here are those results. Netflix was the overwhelming winner at 63%. Just 18% of people say they're actually going to plan to watch the Super Bowl. And it looks like the Puppy Bowl will get a few eyeballs as well. We'll see if those results actually hold true.
Yeah, I wonder. Well, if you